Hello friends, welcome to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Mandy and I like to talk about makeup panning, nail polish, and things happening in my real life. Today I have an update for the Deck of Panning project, so if that's something you're interested in, then hit the subscribe button and stay tuned for today's video. Alright, Deck of Panning is a project that was created by Emily here on YouTube at Emily and Max. And she was inspired by a booktuber at Books with Maddie and her TBR game. The game involves a deck of cards and a game board. You draw a card and each card is associated with a different prompt on the game board. Emily's rules are to start with 5 cards, and you may get a card that draws you another one, but or you may decide to draw another card to punish yourself for not meeting any of your goals. Either way, 5, 6, or more products at a time. So I have a couple rollouts this month, so let's get into it. I did already record this video once and had technical difficulties with my computer and the footage was unusable, so I am re-recording this. I've already drawn the cards and picked the products, so we won't be doing that, but trust me, I did it. So the first prompt I'm working on is for the card, the Queen of Clubs, and that was in it is still in it for the long haul. And that I brought in my NYX Epic Wear eyeliner in pure white. My goal is to use it 50 times. And I just pulled the wrong end off. Why is the top so stuck? There we go. That is what it's looking like. I measured it. There's no real change from last month, although I just sharpen it. So the tip is still the same length as it was, apparently. I'll double check it and make a mark if needed. But I've used it 33 times out of the 50, so I have 17 more uses left to go. The next prompt was for the Jack of Diamonds, and that is a random letter generator. I generated the letter F, and I brought in a shade from my BH Cosmetics Venom palette. I brought in the shade Femme Fatale, which is this one right here, a lovely dusty pink metallic. I will give you a swatch. That is what it looks like. It is. I'm not a big fan of pink, but this has enough like gray tone to it, and it's subtle, and I really enjoyed it. My goal was to use it 5 times, and I was able to use it 5 times, so that is a goal met. Next prompt was for the 6 of Clubs, and that was a no pan left behind prompt. For that, I brought in the Hershey's Kisses Cookies and Cream palette from Glamlight. This is a 6-pan palette that is all blue. If I can get it open, I will show it to you. There we go. And at the last update, I had used the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 6th shade. And so I had these two, the 4th and 5th shades left to go. I am wearing them today. This 5th shade here I used to darken up my outer corner. And then the 4th shade here is all over the lid for my shimmer shade. So I was able to use all those, and that is a goal met. So that is 2 rollouts. Oh, let me swatch those for you. I'm so sorry. I'm all flustered that I have to record this the second time. Okay, so yeah, let me swatch those. They're very lovely shades, and I enjoyed using this palette very much, and I look forward to using it more in the future. So those are the 2 shades there. That middle one is a very light swatch, but it is a, there we go. It is a darker blue. Not the darkest, but is a medium, mid-tone blue. There we go. Words are escaping me today. All right. Next we have, I got the Queen of Spades. Wish I had the Queen of... Okay, so Black Queens are in it for the long haul. And that is in it for the long haul. And for that, I brought in my BH Cosmetics Totally Plastic palette from the Iggy Azalea collaboration. And this is Totally Snatched Face palette. And I am working on this bronzer shade here. And my goal is to use it 50 times or finish it because it does have pan. So far, I've used it 5 times. And I'll give you a swatch of that. I am wearing it today. It is a lovely shade. And I swatched it in the same terrible place, but it is right here on my hand. It blends into my skin tone quite nicely. I have 45 uses to go left on that. The reason I haven't used it so much is because, one, I haven't been wearing makeup as much, and 2, I've been traveling, and this is quite a large palette, and I've been taking my smaller bronzers with me just to save space. The next prompt is for represents another project. I chose the Project Graveyard, which is also a project by Emily and Max. And I brought in an item that's been in my collection for quite a while. And I think it's my second oldest blush. And yeah, it's been in projects and it needs love. It is this guy here. It is from The Balm. It is a deluxe sample of their Will Powder in the shade Perseverance. And I got this from Ipsy, who knows how long ago. It is a lovely gold and peachy shade. I've only worn it once. My goal is to wear it 10 times, so I have 9 more uses to go. But I am right now focusing on finishing another blush in another project that is ending this month or next month, soon. So once I'm done with that, I will be moving on to working on this. And the last prompt I was working on was for the 10 of clubs, and that was a splurge. And I brought this in last month, and I decided I splurged by picking up this fragrance from Nick's Bar. It is their vanilla bourbon. I don't need any more fragrances, but this was something that I felt was a splurge to treat myself. My goal was to use it 10 times, and over the last month, I was able to do that. It is relatively small in size, and it is in a plastic bottle, so I felt safe traveling with it, and I took it with me, and I've worn it all 10 times, so that is rolling out. So I rolled out 3 products, but I was working on 6, so I decided to pull in 2 new products. And the first card I got was the 6 of Diamonds once again. And that is a random letter generator. And I, once again, generated the letter F on my Spin the Wheel app on my phone. So I brought in what I'm calling the Pink Star palette. And I'm bringing in the shade Fuck. Because I just went through all the palettes I have waiting to be used. And this is the first one that had a letter F in it. So it is this shade here. It is a bright sort of, it doesn't look as, it's much brighter and more bright, it's much brighter in person than what it is looking like on camera, but it is sort of a corally pink, and I swatched it with the wrong finger, but that's okay. We'll just put it down here on the bottom. And that is what it looks like there. I think that's a little more true to color. It is a very bright, neon-y, like I said, coral pink. And I am going to go with the common practice of giving it the number of uses as the card. So since it was a jack, I'm giving it 10 uses. So that is Fuck for 10 uses. And then the next card I brought in, what drew was the 7 of Spades, and that prompt is not cruelty free. So for that, I'm bringing in my Maybelline City Mini palette. This is because Maybelline's not cruelty free, and I haven't worked on this in a while. And I randomly selected the 6th shade right here, which is this blue metallic. And I will give you a swatch of that. Is it blackened blue? So it looks quite bright in the palette. place. I think it looks quite bright in the palette, but once you swatch it, it's much more muted. And since that is a 7 card, I'm bringing it in for 7 uses. So that is the short and sweet of it. Everything quick and to the point because I already did all the hard stuff. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more of my content and you're not subscribed already, why? It is free to subscribe. Just hit the subscribe button in the bottom, and if you want to be notified, hit the bell icon and YouTube will notify you when I upload my next video. But until then, take care of yourselves and stay true to you, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!